What up, YouTube? So, check this out. This was a pipe that a fan had sent to me, and, well, several weeks ago, the mouthpiece broke off, and it was by accident, mind you. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how am I gonna fix this? You know, this is how I fixed it. I took a green cap from a marker that was dried out, and I fitted it to the stem, and then chewed down a little bit on this bit right here. So basically, I reconstructed the pipe's mouthpiece using a the cap from a dried out green marker, and yeah, it sits in the mouth nicely. Um, let's see how it smokes. It should smoke just like a regular tobacco pipe. All right. So this will do just nicely for fixing this pipe. I have a lot of broken tobacco pipes in my collection, and this one was like the easiest one to fix. Now check this out. Now I got a black and green pipe stem. Ha ha ha. I know when I was on YouTube, I said that I was customizing this pipe. Well, the truth was I accidentally broke it, and I needed a way to fix it so I could smoke out of it again. And by the looks of it, I seem to have fixed it quite nicely. Cool, man. Go ahead and set that down next to my other pipe. I get rid of this broken plastic here. I'll be right back. Alright, product review time. These right here are Jimmy Dean breakfast croissant sandwiches. Yeah, these things are microwavable. Now, I literally popped these in the microwave for 2 minutes, and got down to about 12 seconds, and the cheese was starting to melt, and I'm like, yeah, they're done. Yeah, cross section. Um, if you're ever in the market for a breakfast sandwich, I would definitely recommend Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches. Shit, excuse me. Mm. Now, here's the thing, YouTube. If you're in a rush in the morning and you don't have that much time, like literally, if you don't have time to sit down and eat a bowl of cereal, You know what I'm saying? You pop one of these bad boys in the microwave for a minute and a half or so. And you can literally wrap it in a paper towel or whatever and take it with you on the go. Mm. Now, the only reason I didn't tell people on YouTube that I accidentally broke my pipe is because knowing the trolls on YouTube, they would have said some bullshit like, oh, you did it on purpose. But, yeah, it was easy enough to fix. Just had to reconstruct the mouthpiece. And I took a little bit of sandpaper and I sanded off the end where it broke off on the other end. And, well, with that, um, marker cap on the end of it, that makes an excellent mouthpiece. It's not uncomfortable to hold in my mouth or anything. And, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Nice to have two pipes in my collection now. Now, one thing I've noticed about tobacco pipes, the most common break for a tobacco pipe is that little piece that's attached to the stem, that little extended bit that attaches the stem to the bowl itself. That shit likes to break off. And, you know, I don't like it when my tobacco pipes break on me. And, you know, when the mouthpiece on that pipe broke, I was so mad. I was like, man, this sucks. Fan sent it to me, my clumsy ass did it again. And I think to myself, okay, how the hell am I going to fix this? Because the way the mouthpiece broke off, there was no way to fix it. I tried taping the mouthpiece back together. A horrible idea. Um, this right here looks like a much, much, much nicer solution. And now, as an added bonus, not only did I fix my pipe, but now the stem's black and green. I mean, you can't beat that. Mm. I don't know about. Oh, hold on a second. Mm. I don't know about any of my fans across the pond or in Canada, but if you're a fan of mine in the States, I definitely recommend these Jimmy Dean breakfast croissant sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches they're pretty good, you know. And why not wash that down with some delicious ice cold Mountain Dew throwback made with real sugar? It's real good. Oh, look at that. It's 4:20 a.m. in the morning. Ha. Now, I'd stayed up past midnight to see if any new episodes of Bob's Burgers and Family Guy and American Dad and The Simpsons had come out. And not yet. So, bullshitting around watching cartoons on the internet. And, well, I pulled that tobacco pipe from the selection of all the other broken pipes that I have. And I says to myself, okay, how am I going to fix this? And then it hit me. I tried using a empty tube from a marker, and that didn't work out too well. And then when I used the cap of that empty tube, I'm like, hey, the cap works even better. But the cap was red, and I'm like, wait a second. If I can find a green cap, that'll look way cooler, in my opinion. And so I found the green cap, and decided to and now the green cap on the marker, it's got a hole on one side, but on the other side it's completely sealed off. So I took my hacksaw from my workbench over there, and I cut the other end off that marker cap so that both sides would have a hole in it. And then I took my vice clamp and I squeezed the marker cap so that it would fit the stem. And yeah, basically I was able to fix the pipe that the fan had sent me. This fan of mine had sent 2 pipes, and my homeboy Scotty has the other one. I gave it to him. And yeah, the fix on this is not too shabby, if I do say so myself. That turned out pretty sick. You can see me smoke out of this other pipe for a minute. Now I got 2 pipes in my collection. Yeah. Or I should say 2 working pipes. Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. I've always had this pipe right here as a backup, just in case any of my other pipes were to break. And that I've had this pipe in my collection the longest. And yeah, it's definitely served me well. But yeah, it's nice to have this pipe working again. Um, the mouthpiece I made for it works excellent. You can see right where the break happened, and then I sanded it off just a little bit right here with a used piece of sandpaper that I had laying around. And yeah, come on, get back in there. There we go. All right, that fits on there nice and snug. Yeah, sweet. It's not the most professional fix in the world, but it gets the job done. Now, I'm not a sponsor. I mean, sorry, I didn't word that right. I'm not sponsored by Mountain Dew or Jimmy Dean, but, you know, free advertising, right? Now, yesterday I went to go record a couple more vocal cover videos, but the second one I recorded, I ended up retaking it several times, and Photo Booth was giving me difficulties, and I'm just like, fudge it, you know. I could do some more vocal cover videos later on in the day. If you've never had Mountain Dew Throwback, it tastes just like regular Mountain Dew, but it's a little bit sweeter. And right here on the side it says there's 170 calories per can. Like I care. And this is why I don't care. You see what I'm saying? YouTube, do you see what I'm saying? I don't have a six-pack, mind you, but I do have abs, okay? Very high metabolism. And, yeah. I mean, I was a little bit chunkier when I was in high school, but I grew up, my muscles got bigger on my arms, and I slimmed down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I still dress the same as I did in high school, but I'm a completely different person. Mm. Well, there's definitely going to be some cooking videos on my channel coming up, but I'm trying to decide what recipe I want to do first. Ooh. I'm definitely going to be doing. I'm definitely going to be doing a couple of burger recipes on my channel, and there's definitely going to be an ice cream bread video, and one other cooking episode on my channel that I'm going to do. That's going to be a surprise. But the recipe I have in mind is so damn good. So damn good, YouTube. So damn good. But it's kind of a bitch to set up, so understandably so, I'll be doing a lot of the pre-cooking for that recipe. A lot of the stuff I do before I actually make it off camera, because there's a lot of steps you have to do to get to, you know, the final process, so to speak. Yeah. Okay, why ruin the... I was going to say, why ruin the surprise, but a lot of you are going to be like, well, what do you mean? Not only is there going to be some burger recipes on my channel coming up, an ice cream bread video coming up, but also a deep fried chicken recipe coming up on my channel, see? And, well, when you're making deep fried chicken, there's a lot of stuff you have to do. And I don't know how much space is on my phone for filming videos. So, a lot of the setup is going to be getting all my dry and wet ingredients in separate bowls mixed, ready to go. So all I have to do is dip and fry, basically. Yeah. I might just make that deep fried chicken later on today, actually. But I need to wash out my mixing bowls first. And, yeah, I think this time, it's been a while since I've made that deep fried chicken recipe of mine. And I think this time I'm better prepared for it, because last time I made it, I went to go film it, and I had 7 pieces, and I was only able to save 4. And out of the 7, there was like 3 that were just completely unsavable. And I tried filming it, and it was such a freaking disaster. I actually had my upstairs neighbor come downstairs, and she's like, "Are you burning something?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to make deep fried chicken. I'm so sorry. I got the window cracked open, and it was that smoky in my apartment." And I'm like, "Oh, dude." But a lot of the things I did when I was making it, looking back on it now, I'm like, okay. And I've made deep fried chicken before, and that was the first time I'd messed up on it real bad. So, yeah. But basically, the deep fried chicken, I'll be taking these chicken legs, and I dip them in milk and egg with some Tony's seasoning and or Italian salt, one of the two. And then I'll roll the chicken legs after I dip it in the egg and milk mixture. I'll dip them in nacho cheese Doritos and pizza Pringles mixed with all-purpose flour and a little bit of Tony's seasoning and or Italian red salt, one of the two, you know. And I'll double dip that shit, and I'll deep fry it in canola oil It's pretty damn good chicken if I do say so myself. Um, but I think that the biggest mistake I made was when I poured my canola oil into my frying pan or my frying pot, whatever you want to call it. I turned the stove on to high just to get the canola oil up to temperature as quickly as possible. I forgot to turn the temperature on the stove back down after I got it heated up, and yeah. Now I think if I would have um, turned the heat down on the stove as soon as I got the canola oil up to frying temperature to like a low medium heat, I think that recipe would have turned out a lot better. But and that's why I didn't even post it on YouTube in the first place, because it was that bad of a disaster. Um, I basically took my Doritos deep fried chicken and made it better. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, anyways, this is King Cobra JFS with another product review. Um, Thank you for watching, and catch you all later.